Hello everybody. This is Russell from Let's Get Racing. I'm joined by our beloved trainer, Mark Walford, to discuss Rizzo's run at Kempton on Friday. Mark, thank you ever so much for joining us.
No problem.
So before we dive into Rizzo, can you tell us a little bit about the yard? We've been seeing that you're in the winners and lots of horses running well.
Yeah, no, it's great. We had a poor end to last year. And the horses weren't right, and that's why Rizzo went on a holiday, because she, with a lot of the horses, were showing a little bit of mucus on their lungs, and we basically shut down the yard for 3 weeks and didn't have any runners, and just gave the horses a chance to recover. And it seems to work a treat, because since they've got back fit, the jumpers have been running really well. We're only just getting started on the flat, but we had a second today. We had a winner Sunday over jumps, and yeah, no, they've been running well, for a good amount of time now. So no, I'm excited to be getting her out.
Yeah, well, we can't wait to see her run. Obviously, she's running at Kempton, which we know that she acts on, though going over slightly further than we've run her over at Kempton, apart from, I think, the second run she had for us last year. Can you just take us through the thinking for that, really?
Yeah, well, she was obviously a winner over 7 furlong for us, which she did really well. And if there had been a 7 furlong race round about this time at Kempton, that's the race we'd be running in. But this race, I thought it was fairly suitable. She's run really well over a mile. Back one of her early races for us when she finished 4th. So I'm not too concerned about going that extra furlong, especially round a track that she likes in a race for fillies only as well. So I think it's quite a suitable race, albeit maybe I think a mile's fine, but I would prefer 7, because that's what she's got winning form over.
Sure. And we've got young George Bass on board again. He's dropped a couple of pounds from his claims. He's now a £5 claimer. Do you have any reservations about using him again, or do you think he's a good choice because of how it panned out last time?
No, I think it makes sense. He rode a lovely race on her last time. He knows her. He's down to a £5 claim instead of a 7. But he's been gaining experience and riding more winners, and that's why his claim's gone down to 5. So although we may be missing out on £2, we're getting a lot more experienced jockey than we had when he was last riding it.
Sure. So I think I spoke to him the other day, and he's on 22 winners. So I think he was in single figures when we used him. So things have really kicked on for him over the course of the last few months, which is exciting for him as well.
Yeah, no, it's exciting and unsurprising as well, given he's a talented lad, and I think he will go far. So yeah, it's nice to, his agent rang me up straight away when he saw her enter and asked if he could ride her again, and so we got him booked nice and early, which was great.
Okay, well, thanks for securing him for us, and obviously we're hoping for a good run. We've got a pretty wide draw, so we're drawn 11 of 11, which, depending on how the race pans out, mightn't be ideal for some horses. Can you tell us a little bit around how you think the race will go on Friday?
Yeah, so when we ran her over a mile and she finished 4th, we were drawn wide as well when Royce and French rode her, and our plan was to jump out, get round the field, which we did, and we ended up in front from coming from a very wide draw. But I think by doing this, we used up a lot of energy early on, and I think with hindsight, it was the wrong thing to do. So this time, what we want in the race is the leaders to go off very fast. That would be ideal, and there is plenty of horses that are ridden prominently, so I would hope they would go a good pace, and we will just jump out the stalls, go right hand down, and get near to the rail as we can, so we're not taking, we're not using not going further than the field by going on the outside. We will end up near the back of the field, and we'll need a bit of luck in running up the straight, but that's how we're going to ride it.
Okay, well, that'll be exciting. And I know young George thought that he had some struggles pulling her up at the end of the 7 furlong race last time, so hopefully her stamina will last out for this well run.
Yeah, I think it will. I think it'll be all about getting that look in running up the straight. There's what they call a false rail of the straight at Kempton. So it allows the field, when they get to that cutaway, the field sort of opens up, and you do get, there's not loads of hard luck stories at Kempton because the field does spread out of the straight, and it'll hopefully give her a chance to weave her way through if she's going well enough.
Sure. Now, I know you're not a betting man, Mark, but I saw that she's 10-1. I'd have thought that was quite generous for the chance that we think that we've got. Do you think she'll run into a place, or will that be asking a bit too much?
No, we're going down there with a chance. I think, quite honestly, we've got a realistic chance of winning. I'm not saying we will, but work's been really good. And yeah, definitely a good chance for place. So if we get that look at the straight, I think, she's run very well off a higher handicap mark than she is off on Friday. And I think she's improved a little bit over the winter. Her work's been particularly good. Although we haven't asked her any serious questions at home, because I don't like to have a horse at its peak for its first run of the season. They want to improve as they go on, not just go and be good at the start and then go downhill. So she's ready to run, ready to do herself justice. But whatever she does on Friday, we will see a little bit better from her in the next couple of runs. So if we can win Friday, it's going to be exciting for the season ahead.
Sure. Well, I mean, we're really excited to see her out and running. And you said that she's working well. How does that show up? Is it Annie, her work rider, giving you feedback, or are you able to spot stuff from the horse that you're on, or from her feedback that she's given you?
Yeah, pretty much a mixture of that. Obviously, I ride out quite a lot. I don't ride her. Annie rides her nearly every day, and she feels she's enjoying her work a lot more this year. And I've been alongside her in a few fast pieces of work, and she's just been going very easily. We haven't had to push her on once. Every time we've done a fast bit of work, she's been the one going easily, and the other horses are sort of struggling to get to her. So yeah, I mean, she's been quite impressive at home, really.
Okay, well, that's an exciting way to end this little chat, and thanks for all the care and attention you give her. Thanks for rocking up for this interview, and we can't wait to see her run tomorrow. I mean, it'll be
it's exciting, and I think I talked when a while back about her aims for the season, and consistency is what we're looking for, and I really feel like we've got a better horse than we did last year. That's going to give us fun all season through.
Oh, fantastic to hear, Mark. Brilliant. Well, thank you again for your time, and we'll look forward to your feedback post the race. Fingers crossed for a good run.
Yeah. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.